Now I will give you some example of your muscle fiber type. Fast twitch fiber and slow twitch fiber. Chicken example. Chicken example, the best example. Chicken, you have all have seen about chicken. They are not able to run. They are not able to fly, but they are able to run fast. When you see the leg piece of chicken, they are red. They are red. But when you see the wings of chicken, they are white. So wings, they are having type 2B fiber. Chicken wings, they are having type 2B fiber. Type 2B fiber, they are basically white. When you see the color, type 2B fiber is white and type 1 fiber is red and type 2 fiber is yellow. So when we see the example of chicken wings are white because the wings is having more amount of type 2B fiber, whereas white is having white fibers because they have few capillaries, and when in any unfavorable condition, when chicken is trying to fly, it cannot fly for more than 10 seconds because of having more amount of type 2B fiber. The chicken's wing muscles are fatigued because they don't have higher capillaries, they don't have high blood, they don't have more number of type 1 fiber. That's why within few seconds they are flying and fell down on the earth. Same as any unfavorable condition, they can run at any distance because they have high number of type 1 fiber in their legs. So because of having high number of type 1 fiber in their legs, these fibers are mainly red fibers. They are having good blood capillaries, they are having enough supply, so they can run for long time. Whole the day hens are running here and there, whole the day, but they are not getting tired. But if you force them to fly, they cannot fly because in their wings they are having more amount of type 2B fiber, but in their leg they are having more number of type 1 fiber. That's why they can run for long distance. In the chart, I can compare all these three fibers in terms of different characteristics. First is, you can see in the diagram, fiber type. Second is slow twitch, fast twitch and fast twitch B, fast twitch A and fast twitch B. So we can compare in the diagram. First is contraction time. When we compare the contraction time, what is contraction time? The time from a fiber from latent period to increase maximum tension. What is contraction time? Time taken by a muscle fiber from latent period, from generation of action potential to as I have shown you in motor unit, any contraction has three phases. First phase, when as soon as the action potential reaches at the level of neuromuscular junction, it will for few milliseconds there will be a period of latent period known as development of tension, and tension start developing suddenly within few 10 to 100 milliseconds. If maximum contraction, this is known as contraction phase, and again it will come back in relaxation phase. So when we talk about slow twitch fiber, maximum tension time in slow twitch fiber takes long time. It means from latent period to contraction time, it takes long time to fully contract. Type 1 fiber take long time, enough time from latent period to contraction period. I have shown you in the motor unit, there is a diagram from when action potential come from latent period to achieving full contraction, it takes long time. I can show you in the diagram. Suppose if this is the time and this is the contraction, when you are applying a stimulus, again going like this. Clear? It means for full contraction it takes long time. The graph will go like this. But When you talk about fast twitch fiber, it takes faster. It is faster. Contraction time is faster. Complete contraction of muscle fiber is faster in comparison to slow twitch fiber. But fast twitch type B fiber is very fast. It means from latent period to complete contraction period, the time required is very less. So when we are comparing about the contraction time from latent period to contraction time of all three fibers, type 1 fiber is slow, whereas type 2A fiber is fast and type 2B is very fast. So I have explained all these things in motor unit. From latent period, the graph will come like this for small fibers. The graph will go like this for fast. So this is the, and sorry, you can see in the diagram, contraction time is slow for slow twitch fiber, fast for type 2A fiber, and very fast for fast twitch B fiber. Second parameter is size of motor neuron. What is motor neuron? The nerve fibers which is coming out from nerve. So slow twitch fibers are supplied by a smaller motor neuron, whereas fast twitch fiber are supplied by large motor neuron, whereas fast twitch B fiber or type 2B fiber are supplied by very large motor neuron. So we can compare easily that type 1 fiber is supplied by a smaller motor neuron, whereas type 2B fiber is supplied by very large motor neuron. Third parameter is resistance to fatigue. What is fatigue? Inability of muscle fiber to contract and relax. It is known as fatigue. So when you compare all three type 1, type 2A and type 2B fiber in terms of resistance to fatigue, so because of having high amount of blood supply, type 1 fiber is highly resistant to fatigue. Type 1 fiber is highly resistant to fatigue because it is getting energy from Krebs cycle, and in one Krebs cycle the energy amount is around 33 ATP, whereas type 2A fiber is having intermediate resistance of fatigue, whereas fast twitch B fiber is having low resistance to fatigue. It means your slow twitch fiber will fatigue very late. It takes long enough time, maybe 1 hour, half hour to get fatigue, whereas your intermediate fiber can fatigue early than type 2 fiber but later than type 1 fiber. But your type 2B fiber has low resistance. It means that whenever you are going to use type 2 fiber, very soon, within few seconds, it will fatigue. Third is activity used for, basically they are getting energy. We can use type 1 fiber for all aerobic activities, all aerobic events, which when the person is going to perform any aerobic event, he should have more amount of type 1 fiber. When a person is going for when a person is going for short-term aerobic event, long-term aerobic event, he should have more amount of type 1 fiber. When a person is going for intermediate term aerobic event, anaerobic event, long term, when a person is going for long term anaerobic event, he should have more amount of type 2A fiber. And when a person is going for short term anaerobic event, he should have fast twitch B fiber or type 2 fiber. I will like to repeat it again because in which activity, which type of muscle fibers are responsible. So in all aerobic activities, type 1 fibers are responsible. In all type of long-term anaerobic activities, type 2A fibers are responsible. And in all short-term anaerobic activities, type 2B fibers are responsible. Now we will discuss the comparison of force production. Okay, which fiber is producing which amount of force? When you talk about slow-twitch fiber, they are able to produce very low force in comparison to type 2A and B fiber, whereas type 2A fiber produce high force as well as type 2B produce very high force in comparison to type 1 and type 2. So when you are going to perform any heavy work, you should have more amount of type 2B fiber. Now come to the mitochondrial comparison of mitochondria available within the cell of all three type of fiber. When we talk about type 1 fiber, they have high density of mitochondria in cell. When we talk about type 2A fiber, they also have high density of mitochondria in the cell, but they have lesser mitochondria in comparison to type 1 fiber. But type 2B fiber has low density of mitochondria in their cell. Next is capillary density. What is capillary density? Presence of capillaries in the cell, presence of blood capillaries in the cell. So slow twitch fiber has high concentration, high density of capillaries in the cell. Fast twitch fiber has intermediate density of capillaries in the cell, whereas your type 2 fiber has low density of capillaries in the cell. Same as oxidative capacity. What is oxidative capacity? To perform work by using oxygen. So slow twitch fiber or type 1 fiber has high oxidative capacity. Fast twitch fiber also has high oxidative capacity, whereas fast twitch B fiber has low oxidative capacity. Next is glycolytic capacity. Slow twitch fiber has low glycolytic capacity. Fast twitch A and B both have high glycolytic capacity. Last one is comparison of major storage of fluids. In slow twitch fiber, the fuel is stored in slow twitch fiber or type 1 fiber. The fuel is stored in form of triglycerides, whereas in type 2A fiber, the fuel is stored in form of creatinine phosphate and glycogen. Same as in type 2B fiber, the fuel is stored in form of creatinine phosphate and glycogen. It is important to understand muscle fiber type for teaching, coaching and training. Thank you.
Now let us start. The effect of nutrition on the respiratory system. With every breath you take, your respiratory system is exposed to potentially infectious microorganisms. If your body's immune system is not up to the task for fighting off these invaders, you quickly find yourself suffering the respiratory system, and you should improve your respiratory system with the support of exercise and nutrition. Exercise for cancer prevention, such as inactivity and poor diet, of obesity and environmental pollutants. When it comes to preventing cancer, no magic bullet exists. Research indicates, however, that certain measures such as regular exercise has been linked. Regular exercise is a better tool to prevent from cancer, etc. The average cardiac output during exercise in terms of include your heart blood vessels and blood. The average adult has about 5 liters of blood according to Montana State University, which gets circulated through the body about 1%, about once per minute. As you exercise, the rate at which cardiac output and exercise is a coordination. It can improve your cardiac output during exercise. What other machines are like treadmills? Provide multiple inclines, speeds, and pre-programmed fitness routines for specific physical levels. However, working out on a treadmill can become tedious and boring after long-term use. Other aerobic exercise machines exist, but treadmill is also important, and you can walk in morning in a garden or in a open space or a greenery area, etc. What ways for losing weight? Whether you are trying to lose weight for a special occasion, need to fit into a swimsuit, or simply want to start a long-term healthy eating and exercise plan, fast ways for losing weight can provide you the result and motivation. Next, exercise for hyperemia. While exercising, you exercise an increase in heart rate and thus an increase in blood flow throughout your muscle. Depending on the level of physical exertion, the rate of blood flow might increase substantially. This is increase the exercise and decrease the hyperlipidemia. How to increase your cardiovascular health? Cardiovascular health entails your heart and the intricate system of blood vessels that carry blood through your body, known as the circulatory system. According to the American Heart Association, cardiovascular disease is the typical disease. It can be controlled with mild exercise. Skeletal system exercise benefits. In your vital organs, storage for minerals and blood cells and movements of your bones and their attached muscles. Maintaining a strong, healthy skeletal system is important for your overall well-being. Exercise can help to increase the physical health and skeletal system and mobility of this total skeletal system. Exercise benefits the movements and other structures of the skeletal system. Why does exercise hyperemia happens? Exercise is a key component for maintaining the health and vitality. It's especially benefits for the cardiovascular and metabolic system. Aerobic exercise and strength training increase oxygen and blood flow throughout the body. Supplement of increased serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that is manufactured by your nerve cell. When released into the synapse, it helps to propagate an electrical impulse from one neuron to next. Serotonin is also produced by specialization cells. Smoking and exercise performance. Smoking puts you at risk for serious health complications such as lung cancer and cardiovascular diseases. If you smoke and engage in a regular exercise program, keeping physically fit does offer some protection against smoking. Why exercise is important to the cardiovascular system? The cardiovascular system functions to deliver blood through your body and into your cells. It is how you get oxygen to the rest of your body. The cardiovascular system is made up of the heart, blood vessels, and approximately circulatory system. Vitamin D and the cardiovascular system that your body produces from the cholesterol with the help of sun. Vitamin D is necessary for the calcium absorption. However, its function is in the body are far more numerous than once thought. Among its effects, researchers has under observation. Breathing exercise for bone density. Fracture and identifies osteopenia, a condition that half of Americans over age 50 will have by 2020. You can reduce your risk of developing osteopenia or low bone density by engaging in breathing exercise. Breathing exercise more beneficial for bone density improvements. How is the respiratory system affected by exercise? When you exercise, your body has an increased need for oxygen. The working muscles need more oxygen to perform. Your heart and cardiovascular system responds by pumping out more oxygenated blood to working muscles. Fast, effective ways to losing weight. Normal diet, instead of following your weight to you back and forth, try an effective weight loss plan that you can maintain for the rest of your life. Talk to your doctor before changing your diet or exercise program. Why does cardiovascular output increase during exercise? Like any other muscle, the heart can be strengthened through exercise. The heart is the organ responsible for blood moving through the body, so working it out makes for more efficient blood flow. Exercising the heart typically is very important. Increase during the exercise, cardiac output is increased and make some circulatory effects. Next, exercise to increase the cardiac output. While exercising, your heart will begin to pump faster as physical activity increases during your workout. There are also additional exercises you can consider in order to increase cardiac output and blood circulation. The effect of exercise in variation of body system. We as walking or swimming, then increasing your pace and duration as well as frequency per week. Once you become more conditioned as you engage in daily activity, it's important to understand the effect that exercise has effect in various body systems. How general exercise affect all the body system. Exercise has profound effect on all the system of the body, both while you exercise and as a result of your regular workout. Some of the effect result in increased energy for your workout, whereas other makes subsequently Next, breathing and heart rate during exercise. Precautions of the body work together and can be influenced by one another. Breathing rate is often a response to heart rate, and heart rate can be raised or lowered by a number of different influences. Does your breathing rate go up when you exercise? You can achieve sustainable exercise because your muscle cells can convert food sources into energy. When you have this reaction, there is a need for an increased amount of oxygen. A product of increased metabolism is produced. Exercises to get a six-pack fast. Developing a six-pack is as much about burning off the layer of fat that covers your abdomen as it is about toning the muscles. To lose the fat, you need to burn more calories daily than you consume to create a calories deficit. What are the effects of alcohol on athletes in sports? What are the effects of alcohol on athletes in sports? At the college level, the average student athlete will consume in excess of 34 gallons of alcoholic beverages per year. Many athletes, even the pros, believe it is no big deal to drink as long as they don't do it before a game. How does exercise affect the cardiovascular system? Cardiovascular system is affected immediately. The pumping muscle within your heart, the muscles of your skeletal structure, your blood vessels and red blood cells all grow in size or number when you perform the regular exercise. What is the fastest way to lose weight in stomach? Losing weight in only the stomach or spot reduction is not possible. To lose weight in this area, you will need to decrease your overall body fat percentage. The body will burn fat if you create a deficit of calories. Response of respiratory system to exercise. Increasing of a series of the body parts including the lungs, diaphragm and nasal cavity. The respiratory system is responsible for transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide to and from muscles, tissues during exercise. The respiratory system expel out the carbon dioxide. Cholesterol, exercise and diet. Your health and your cholesterol levels are both linked to your lifestyle. If your lifestyle does not include adequate exercise or a healthy diet, then your cholesterol level will increase and your health will suffer. High cholesterol make a problem in future, and you will not cut it with the exercise, and with the help of diet you can control the cholesterol. Is swimming the perfect exercise and why? Assume swimming is so technique intensive, taking 10 lessons to improve faulty stroke mechanics is a good idea. While it's impossible to say whether swimming is the perfect exercise, it is among the most effective all around. Exercise effect on cardiovascular system. Physical exercise directly affect the cardiovascular system, which in turn affect the certain risk factors for heart diseases and stroke. Like activity in itself is one of the major risk factors for hard regular physical exercise. Now let us start. Immediate effect of exercise in the digestive system and visceral vasodilation. While exercise, the body will take the blood normally flowing to the gastrointestinal system and send it to the muscles being used during the exercise. The decrease in blood flow is accomplished by vasoconstriction of the vessels. Long-term exercise effect on heart health. Exercise is a vital aspect of maintaining and improving your heart health. Heart disease is the biggest killer in the US. Along with avoiding smoking, eating a healthy diet, and avoiding unnecessary stress, exercise can help the human body the short-term consequences of exercise on the body. Here we can say that the work is in synergy to create energy to power physical and mental activities. All of the functions in your body rely on oxygen either during the activities in question or immediately afterward. Exercise can be classed. Stress, diet and exercise. And depression, it can even lead to heart disease and a host of other physical conditions. A healthy diet and physical exercise can be used as a treatment for prevention measures from the devastating effect stress can have. These stressful conditions, diet and exercise can help this stress to relieve this stress. Idea for physical exercise. Regular physical exercise has many benefits such as helping you to lose or control your weight as well as enhancing your overall cardiovascular health. Most people need a minimum of 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week. Does exercise cause congestion? Structural abnormalities. Chest congestion can be caused by viral or bacterial infections in the respiratory tract, allergies, asthma or other medical problems. Nasal congestion can often improve the exercise. Can a person lose weight without exercising? Exercise and diet work best as a team in encouraging safe, lasting and reliable weight loss. However, some people have medical conditions that prevent them from exercising regularly. Others struggle to fit workout into packed. The fastest way to get a six-pack and to lose weight. If we take the mastery of discipline in the several areas of your life, you will need to educate yourself about abs exercises as well as correct diet and eating schedules. Tailor your cardio sessions to be more effective fat burns. How the respiratory system responds to exercise. While you may engage in exercise for its benefits to outside of your body, a toned, leaner physique, many of the most important conditioning takes place in your internal organs and tissues. Does exercise alone raise HDL levels? We are become in both good and bad forms, and you should generally strive to reduce your bad cholesterol while increasing the good. Several lifestyle behaviors can improve your cholesterol level, including exercise. Consult your physician before exercise. Reduced cardiac output with hypertension. Reduced cardiac output with hypertension. Although often asymptomatic, hypertension or blood pressure that is higher than normal causes both short and long term effect. One of those effects, especially in cases of chronic hypertension, in heart failure, and when the other congenital diseases of the heart. Effect of alcohol on sports performance. Alcohol consumption is a major concern in the sports world. It remains one of the most abused drugs among athletes, despite the well-known negative effect it can have on the mind and body. Drinking often begins among the athletes. This is very harmful, and in the field of athlete it is more dangerous. Advanced skeletal and muscle activity. Your skeletal and muscular systems have ability to adapt to changes in your lifestyle. These adaptations allow you to take some control over your risk for developing chronic health conditions which impact these systems. Definition of cardiorespiratory endurance. Cardiorespiratory system refers to the combined action of your cardiovascular system, which supplies blood to your body, and your respiratory system, which pulls in oxygen from your environment. The terms cardiorespira. How is fitness good for the skeletal system? Fitness and exercise are good for your skeletal system throughout your life. Your skeletal system adapts to stress or lack of stress by forming more or less bone tissues. Fitness associated with weight bearing exercises practices. The effect of exercise on nervous system. Exercise does not simply provide benefits to your physique, it is also good for your brain. According to the Franklin Institute, regular physical exercise improves the higher brain functions such as memory and executive functions. Your skeletal system's response to exercise. With your muscle to allow movement, this system gives your body its shape and forms. Physical activity. People generally have higher bone density than inactive people. Your skeletal system responds to exercise like your muscles. The effect of obesity and lack of exercise. From the increased risk of disease, impact on the economy, overall poor health, and physical and psychological issues, the consequences of obesity and a sedentary lifestyle are complex and far-reaching. Learning the effect of obesity and lack of exercise. Exercise is very important in the obesity to control the calories, burning and gaining of calories. It should be an equilibrium maintained in gaining calories and using or consuming the calories. What is good for serotonin? Serotonin exists a key neurotransmitter in the brain and central nervous system, although with neuroepinephrine, this neurotransmitter acts in the modulating pain perception, sleep, fatigue, cognition, and mood in normal individuals. The effect of exercise on nervous system. Although you are well aware that physical exercise is essential to keep the body in shape, what you may not know is that physical exercise is also beneficial for the brain and nervous system. In fact, physical activity may help the nervous system and and the brain activities, and also improve the memory system. The effect of exercise on joints and muscles. Exercise is vital so that the health and strength of your joints and muscles, as a sedentary lifestyle can leave them weak and with reduced function. The more exercise you do when you're young, the less physical problems you will improve your muscles and joints. Exercise affects better, and you will feel good as far as possible. Health will be better in this condition. The effect of lactic acid on muscle fatigue. So we down the sugar into a range of different substances in order to supply your muscle with energy, providing you are obtaining sufficient oxygen. The end products are water and carbon dioxide. If you are exercising vigorously, an important factor is that the lactic acid expels out and fatigue of the muscles removed from the body. Next, can exercise reduce the side effects of strain? To treat the high cholesterol and triglycerides, they may be effective for preventing heart attacks and helping to reduce plaque in your arteries. When taking strain medications, you may experience side effects. There is different effect in exercise. Immediate effect of exercise in the digestive system. Exercise affects the digestive system in various ways, both positive and negative. In addition, different types of exercise have different effect on the digestive system. Consult a qualified health practitioner before starting. Is bulk over exercise effective? Ring-loaded brand of workout gear whose manufacturer claims to be suited to more than 80 exercises, physiologists at Mayo Clinic assure you that any strenuous regular exercise is always effective, no matter. The effect of exercise on the cardiovascular system. System delivers oxygen and nutrients to working muscles tissue in your body. Your cardiovascular system works constantly to keep you alive and perform critically process during physical activity and exercise. Exercise and its effect on sodium in the body. It may be that you put out, you can maintain the amount of sodium in your body through consumption of food and liquid. The amount necessary for you to take in will depend on the amount sodium loss through exercise. Most effective exercise machine. When determining what the most effective exercise machine is, you must consider the option it has for improving the user's overall health and fitness. Features that allow the user to build up and maintain lean muscles, etc. The effect of lack exercise on the body. It is no surprise that exercise has numerous benefits such as keeping off excess weight, making your bones strong and keeping your heart healthy, but not exercise can actually make your bones, some organs weaker. Lack of exercise is not a good thing. The effect of exercise on cardiorespiratory system. Describe the interaction between your cardiovascular and respiratory system together. This system brings oxygen into your lungs and distributes it throughout your body in your bloodstream. When you exercise, your cardiovascular system involved with respiratory system and refreshing the circulation of the body and increase oxygenation of the blood and expel out the carbon dioxide and save the cardiovascular system and respiratory system. Classical conditioning classroom exercise. A subject learns a behavioral through subconscious stimuli. Classical conditioning exercise in the classroom help reinforce lesson presented about both conditions and unconditioned stimuli and their effect on learned behavior. How to curb thirst. Thirst is a sensation felt when your body is beginning to feel the effect of dehydration. According to Midline Plus, excessive thirst may be a sign of diabetes or hyperglycemia. Thirst is common after exercise because much and much perspiration and blood loss, fluid loss as sodium, potassium and oxygen exhaled out. So naturally thirst is the common condition in after exercise. The effect of exercise programs for pubertal children. Willingly time for kids because their bodies are just starting to change. One change that may take place in losing baby or childhood fat. While some kids may lose it naturally, it may take a physical exercise program for someone. Which muscles are used for strenuous exercise? Breathing. Our body, by constantly flooding blood through these tissues, the pulmonary system creates an interface between the circulation and atmosphere as carbon dioxide level increase during strenuous exercise. The short-term effect of cardiovascular system exercise. We mostly think about the long-term effect of cardiovascular exercise on the body's system. However, your body responds to exercise in ways that produce noticeable change in the short term. Is swimming effective exercise? Yes, swimming is a popular activity in both warm and cold climates. It is a good exercise for people of different age groups and abilities, and the health benefits are many. The special nature of aquatic exercise enhances your overall body functions. Long-term effect of exercise on respiratory system. Your respiratory system controls your breathing and begins when you draw in air through your nose or mouth. The air travels through your windpipe into the both of your lungs, where small air sacs capture oxygen and distribute it into the circulatory system. Effect of diet and exercise on cholesterol. A healthy diet and regular exercise helps produce harmful blood cholesterol. A healthy diet and regular exercise help reduce harmful blood cholesterol. High cholesterol interferes with blood flow to heart, leading to heart disease and heart attack, and a stroke can result if cholesterol build up complete. It is useful to improve the cholesterol level or save from heart attacks. Healthy body system. Healthy body system really on the basic foundation of good health, namely a good diet and regular exercise. Regular exercise, for example, can reduce primary and secondary risk of developing about 25 different health conditions. Symptom of dopamine deficiency. The chemical dopamine is produced naturally in the body of function as a neurotransmitter, playing a role in the pleasure and reward pathway of the brain, as well as in memory and motor control. When dopamine level falls low, we can feel fatigue and tiredness. The effect of physical exercise on brain. The past few decades have scientists begun to understand the relationship between physical exercise and mental health. Exercise helps your brain function during the stressful times and is wards off effect of aging. What are the benefits of tread climber? A tread climber is an electronic exercise machine that enables you to get a cardiovascular workout, tone your muscles, and burn calories. If you enjoy exercising in a gym or indoor, you may like the workout. A treadmill climber effect of exercise on osteoporosis. Restless fracture are attributed to osteoporosis, and many of these cases could have been prevented. Diet changing with plenty of calcium and vitamin D are key component of prevention methods, but the effect of exercise on osteoporosis is very important, and observations are very useful, and in the future it can be very important to the exercising persons and coaches. Exercise the glycemic control. They are no longer pregnant. Diabetes is a condition in which the body either doesn't produce enough insulin or ignorance of hormones insulin, which allows the glucose to enter cells. Research suggests that the exercise can have a popularity. The effect of exercise on respiratory system. Exercise places greater demand on your body to make it stronger, more flexible and more stable in condition to increase demand on your circulatory system. The lung must work harder to support the moving muscles. Health effect of exercise on cardiovascular system. Dangerous health issues such as heart attack or stroke, taking medicine can help prevent these problems, but there is an even better option to keeping your cardiovascular system healthy, and that is exercise. What are the benefits of physical activities for musculoskeletal health? What goes of your body is to total mass. This system is composed of all different muscles, bones, joints, ligaments and tendons that provide structure and movements to the body. To keep this system healthy, exercise should become a very essential to the human body. Causes and effect in exercise. Knowing the effects of a certain exercise or activity can help motivate you. Familiarity with the help of rationale behind certain exercise can help you concentrate on these aspects to maximize your benefit. For example, if you exercise, skipping is very important. The effect of exercise on kidney. Actually work at a diminished capacity. The body can even survive without one of them, but at some point attenuated functions may actually lead to kidney failure. Fortunately, evidence suggests that exercise among its. In the last, I want to say that astrology is an important chapter for the physical health, and astrology is very important for physical activities and physical health students. There are 206 bones in the human body. First of all, we can discuss the skull. 22 bones are in the skull: maxilla, mental foramen, anterior fontanelle, posterior fontanelle, collar bones. This is the notch, sternum, and we can say the very important organs are covered by ribs in left side, heart situated in left side, and 4 intercostal space. Intercostal space means space in between 2 ribs. 4 intercostal space feels, you can feel the apex beat of the heart. In 10,000s, one can be heart in right side. This is called as dextrocardia. This is a possibility of human body in normal conditions. And this is the radius bone, and medial side in the ulnar bone. This combined make the radius ulna and forearm joints, and this is the elbow joints. We can feel pulse here, and structure of brain and other eyeballs and chest structures as liver, lungs, pancreas, esophagus, and this is trachea. We can save in the movements and in the physical health, in the sports, from strokes, from stretch, from injuries, especially injuries from balls and strokes. So this is very important to know the osteology and osteological structures, muscular structures of the body, and developmental structures of the body. In the primary stage, we can say the ossification starts in children's or before birth. In 8th week of pregnancy, ossification of bone starts, and bones regressively, progressively, slightly progress, unite ossification. Many ossification centers develops in bones, and at the age of 25 years, bones structure has completed. So before the 25 of age, ossification centers should be kept in mind, and should be in the field of exercise, in the field of any sports. You can help, you can feel the some structures, you can see the some structures in the body and legs and joints. We can see the many popular example of the patella in athletes and cricketers. This patella is an accessory points. This can be accrete out in the condition of injuries. This patella is in knee joint, and in metatarsals and metacarpals are different bones. If we see some injury and some swellings, we should advise to see some experts, some physicians, some orthopedicians, and consult proper guidance and take medicines and take rest, and should be better in future.